Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues, 1975.
This is Sai Combat on the ZX Spectrum, released by Microsoft, you know, the software division of the Mirror newspaper group. But hey, it was the 80s. Everyone and their gran had a software house. I mean, look at British Telecom. They had Firebird, yes. British Telecom, the phone provider, the monopoly phone provider of the 80s in the United Kingdom, had a software house. But in this series of games that I revisit because I think they are some of the best games, whether it's just good game, great arcade port, or graphically impressive game, or fighting game is in the case of this one, on the Spectrum, then I wanted to show them off because basically I've done it as a greatest list of for anyone who's got, you know, the retro games Spectrum, which is what I'm playing this on, or any other form of emulation. A suggested to play list, if you will. Now, this was released by Microsoft in 1986. It was also released on the Amstrad CPC. I have no Scooby what that version looks like. Maybe I should see if it's on my Super Console X and give it a go. I do know that on the Spectrum and on the Amstrad, respectively, they both got rather Jim Dandy reviews. But it's one of those games that, because there are very few actual one-on-one fighters on the ZX Spectrum, and there are even fewer very good one-on-one fighters, and obviously I've covered a few of them and I've got a few more coming up, but you could probably fit them on two hands, and no one ever talks about this. No one ever talks about this. So obviously Microsoft took a look at, right, hang on a minute. Yeah, it is two-player simultaneous, should you so wish it to be, which is cool because obviously, you know, it would kind of dropping the Sai if it didn't, see what I did there, have a two-player mode back then. But yeah, they obviously saw a bit of the, you know, pie that Way of the Exploding Fist had and thought, I want a little bit of that pie myself, but we can't just rip them off, so we do a weapon, I was going to say vehicular, a weapon-based combat simulator, fighter, gamer, whatever floats your boat. And yeah, I don't know how successful it was, I just know that no one ever really talks about it, and I've seen very, very few gameplays of it. They never made it to the Commodore 64, by the way. Not sure what the deal was with that, and unfortunately, even though this is 1986, and the Toast Rack came out in 90. Look at them, it's River fucking Dance. Yeah, the Toast Rack came out in, that's fucking epic. 1985. This is 48K only, so apologies for the background noise. I do live on the busiest road in the West Country, and this has beeper sound effects only. However, as you can hear, they do have a certain solidity, crunch to them, if you will. Now, on the left, behind the guy dressed in red, you can see demo mode, but that tells you what belt you are on once you progress through the game, because you want to become the Sai Master, and in order to do so you have to beat 8 opponents. You do that by knocking them down 3 times. The dragons represent the hits. You can see I'm the guy on the left in the white pants, so green dragon, he's red dragon, score underneath that. So, and then you will, and we're down at the bottom in the middle, and then you will see the number of knockdowns appear under your score. So for me it will be 3 circular dots, 1 at a time, green, and for him it will be 3 red circular dots, 1 at a time. Now, Sai is, I honestly don't know what martial art this is, but Sais, I always thought they were the thing that, you know, Raphael used in Ninja Turtles, but apparently they are also long poles. Now, long pole, awkward, we need to get onto, there we go, Kempston, so it's J for joystick, K for keyboard, and then it's S to start, which starts us off as a white belt. Now, I haven't played this in absolutely bloody years, so I've got no Scooby what the controls are, but I do remember it's nowhere near as ambitious, complicated. Background's a bit shit, isn't it? Look, as Way of the Exploding Fist. So forwards, backwards, jump, duck, and then down and forward, up and forward, oh, backwards and up and forward, and then backwards and fire. You got block. How you do it, I don't know. So it's like where the exploding fist. His flying kick's a bit, because he looks like he's on a flying carpet. The sound effects are nice actually. But yeah, I don't know how you block. Oh, look at that. And that. And that. So yeah, it's a combination of just pressing a direction and you will do, you know, half of your move list, and then also pressing just a fire button in a direction, you will achieve the other half of your move list. So it's quite cramped, the space wise, because look, the two people, the red dude and the blue dude, they force you in. I don't know if that's deliberate, it's intentional, it's made to make it claustrophobic, but you are quite close together. He's got animated moves as well. It's nowhere near, I mean the animation's absolutely superb. It really is. Is it fist, you know, where's the exploding fist quality? I would say it's not far off. There aren't as many moves, but it's not a slouch in the movement department. But that's interesting that you can do that. I'm not gonna lie, when you catch them like that, when you properly twat them, look, I'm on a yellow belt now. You have to go through all the belts to get it down, presumably then. When you properly twat them, it's satisfying. So look, you can see their faces, I guess, underneath my score. So you knock them down, that counts as one. So 3 hits to get 1 knockdown, and that counts as 1. So, I like the fact that you can feint with your flying kick. Yeah, that was a bit shit, Dave, but I'm kind of showing you what I'm doing. So I've got 1 knockdown left on me, then I'm out. Thing is, it's got that problem, which you could argue probably it makes it realistic, which is when you get too close, one of you, hey, double hit, double hit, has to back off, which leaves you exposed. And you don't want my guys exposing themselves, points to the quote, to the enemy's attacks. Also, it appears, I was going to say, I'm out. It ramps it up quite quickly. That quite possibly could just be because I'm shizen. Right, so, space. It does that thing around the screen which I don't like, which symbolises impact. You know, the border's coloured, and apologies for the airplane, I do live by a fucking airport, but at least my one's fucking open. That doesn't date this video at all, does it? Yeah, to do hits, I've never been a fan of having borders like that, you know, curry the game, the impact of your hits. Don't know. It doesn't seem to be changing now, so maybe I got it wrong and I shut up. Yeah, his flip's a bit slow, isn't he? How do I like the way he leans all the way in, look. I mean, that's the whole point of this attack, isn't it? This is great. Like I said, it's quite shallow compared to Fist, you know. Obviously IK+. But I would say it's a far better fighter and far more, you know, intricate, involved, strategic, if you will, than Barbarian. But yeah, like I said, no one remembers this game. It's like the ginger stepchild. But it's certainly got his charm, and it's impressive. And it's by Murasoft, you know? This came out of nowhere. Murasoft, we're just going to make a fucking fighting game. Mind you, Murasoft made some bangers, didn't they? Like Dynamite Dan, Dynamite Dan 2, and I can't think of anything else. Tetris? Oh, that was just... It's just a brawl. Who can take it? I guess. Oh! I thought it was a different move. I just wish I had music, but I can't complain. It's up there. It's probably top 5 1-on-1 Yeah, the background's changing again. I was right. Don't like that. I know that might just be me sounding like a whiner, but I'm not a fan of games that do that. I've already told you that, and I'm telling you again. Get in that one. There's no time, obviously. Faint. Oh. See, I can't hit him now. He could. Like, it's like the range, of my staff, not the shop. It's a bit skewered. But yeah, the backgrounds could use a little work. I mean, look at the trees. And the mountains. How did I do the low one? There we go. Yeah, up left. That's weird. Up left and fire is low kick. Cheap. Hey, if in doubt, whack it out. Awkward. Like I said, the animation is superb. Look at that. Looks like he's shitting a leg out of his ass. Oh, in the face. See, they didn't have, healthcare and shit back then, did they? And doctors and stuff. And, these people in their villages are just going at it and smashing each other in the face with fucking, I'm going to assume, bamboo sticks. Like, there's no bloke in this fucking village have any teeth. Come on. My floaty flying kick will win all. But yeah, Sai Combat on the... That's a shizen background. So look at the mountains. You can barely see them. Sai Combat on the ZX Spectrum. It's nowhere the Exploding Fist. But like I said, it's certainly above a Barbarian. And no one ever fucking plays this or talks about it. And I think it's a great little fighter. It's got a charm. And the more I talk, the shitter I am at it. Anyways, always I love to know what things, especially if you played this version or the Amstrad version. Is that any good? Is that just a port of this, or is that a Mode Zero thing? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Have it!